Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 5. We would like to explain our presentation about result clause. The first material will be presented by Muhammad Mauda. The second material will be presented by Muhammad Ramdhan, and the last material will be presented by Mila Sarifah. Okay, for the first material will be presented by me, Muhammad Mauda. A result clause is subordinate or dependent clause used to express an action that results from the main verb. Example 1. That man is so scary that I'll run away in fear. 2. The baby is so beautiful that many rush to see him. 3. The team is so great that they will not lose a game. You use so or that to say what the result of action or situation is. 1. He speaks very little English, so I'll talk to him through an interpreter. 2. My suitcase had become damaged on the journey home, so that he would not stay close. Okay, that's enough from me. The next material will be described by Muhammad Ramdhan.
My name Muhammad Ramdhan will continue the presentation of Muhammad Mauda. You can also use so, that, or such that to talk about the result of an action or situation. For example, he dressed so quickly that he put his boot on the wrong feet. She got such a shock that she dropped the bag. That is often omitted. For example, they were so surprised they didn't try to stop him. They got such a fright they ran away again. You only use such before a noun, with or without an adjective. For example, they obeyed him with such willingness that strike went on for over a year. The next example is, sometimes they say such stupid thing that I don't even bother to listen. If the noun is a singular count noun, you put a or an in front of it. For example, I was in such a panic that I didn't know it was him. Note, you only use so before an adjective or an adverb. For example, it all sounded so crazy that I laughed it out loud. They worked so quickly that there was no time for talking. When you want to say that something does not happen because something or someone has an excessive amount of quality, you use to with an adjective and a to infinitive. For example, if you say they were too tired to work, you mean that they did not work because they were too tired. So much for me. Thanks. And next speaker will be followed by Mila.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mauda Sarifah. In here, I will give an example if you also use to or too with an adverb and a to infinitive. The first, they had been walking too silently to be heard. Too silently to be heard. Too silently to be heard. Be heard. The second, she spoke too quickly. Quickly for me to understand. Understand. And then when you want to say that a situation happens or is possible because someone or something has a sufficient amount of quality, you use enough. after adjective and adverbs, followed by a to infinitive. To infinitive. For example, the first, he was old enough to understand. He was old enough to understand. Old enough to understand. Old enough to understand. The second, I could see well enough to know we were losing. Well enough to know. Well enough to know. To know. T-O, know. And then you can also end as a result, and so and therefore to talk about the result of an action or situation. For example, the first, he had been ill for 6 months and as a result had lost his job. The second, she was having great difficulty getting her car out, and so I had to moor my car to let her out. And then you can also put therefore after the subject of the clause. You can say, we have a growing population and we therefore need more food. As a result, and therefore can also be used at the beginning of a paired sentence. For example, the first, in a group, they are not so frightened. As a result, patients reveal their problems more easily. The second, he lacked money to invest in improving his tools, therefore he is poor. That is all from our group. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.